And this is the final piece of the puzzle. It looks a little crooked. That's mainly my camera on the tripod here, and this is very much a DIY video, kind of like the whole project. But that is the front page of the system software that I created. In fact, if you could see the top of the border, it says IRPG System Software version 1.1. As I mentioned previously, version 1.0 was a command line version, and this is the more graphical Windows Java version. And don't know if you can see the individual options, but the first option is new game, the second is new player, the third is set comport, the fourth is set player link, the fifth is set teams, the sixth is view links, the seventh is view team stats, or no, view player stats, I'm sorry, and then the eighth is view teams. I'm going to go over each one of these things and just kind of give you a flow of the game. Okay, when you're starting out with nothing, like when you first get this set up, the very first thing you want to do is create a new player. You can't do anything without a new player. So you click on Create New Player, and it'll pop up a little dialog box asking you to enter in the player name, and let's call him I don't know. Let's give him a stupid name like Melt. So you want to be Melt, and then you click OK, and then it tells you player Melt created successfully, and so it gives you a button to go back to the main menu. You do that, and then from here, if you wanted to, you can click on View Player Stats. It prompts you for your username, so you enter in Melt, and as you see, Melt is up here, and he's level 1. He's got 4 hit points, 1 magic point, no experience points, and it tells you next level 50. That means you need 50 experience points to get to the next level. That's Melt, and that's the same for every beginning character. They start out like that. Alright, so then you have Melt. The next thing you need to do is you need to link Melt to a wand. So you click Set Player Link, asks you to enter the player name. So once again, you enter Melt, and OK. And then it asks you to select a wand number. You don't actually have to enter it in. It's a drop-down list, so it prevents error. So 0 through 14, and on your wand pack, your wand sensor pack, it'll give you the wand ID number. So if it's like 0, like if it's the first one you bought, it'll be a 0, and then you click OK, and it says Melt is now linked to wand ID number 0. Then you can view links. I actually have other players already up here that I tested, but Melt is at the top here, a 0. And you can always overwrite, like if you have other players and you just want to switch them up, it'll just automatically overwrite. And if they're already set to a different one ID, it'll automatically update them to the new ID and clear out the other one. Okay, so then Melt is created and he's linked to one ID. So now, if you wanted to, you could set his team. So you click Set Team, enter player name Melt again, and then it'll ask you what team color you want for Melt. There's 4 different possible colors. There's purple, red, green, and blue. So yeah, so there's 4 different teams. So let's say you want them to be purple. Then you click that. It says Melt has been added to the purple team. And then you go to main menu, and then you can view teams, and this will tell you that purple team is, well, Melt. So, and then if it's your first time starting, you want to set your comport, you have to do this. This is part of the hardware installation part of this. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this streamline. It's not hard to set up, but you pretty much just install drivers like you're installing an Arduino. It's just a basic USB to serial port driver, and once that's set up, you'll have a unique COM port for that. And then once you know the COM port, you can just select it on here. And it's trial and error. I mean, if you don't know the right COM port, you can keep trying until you get it right. But then once it's set for good, and that's always the COM port. So, but for mine, it's COM3, so I just click OK, and it says port is now set to COM3. This is what allows Windows or whatever to know which COM port your IR main is hooked up to. But once that's set, it's a little bit of a trial setting it up. But once it's set up, it's good for forever, and as long as you're using the same IR main box. Okay, so then your COM port's set, you have a new player, the player is linked, the team is set, then you're good to go. So let me hook up this the USB port to the IR main, And so now we'll click New Game. And as you see, it says connected to COM3 and ready, point 1 to IR main to activate. Okay, you can, at this point you can still return to the main menu if you want to, but once you activate, you can't return to the main menu until the game is over. So let me get my pack on. I think this pack is Wand ID 0, so this should be Melt. But let me try. Since I can't pan and show you what I'm doing, just know that right now I'm putting on my belt, and I need to plug in my battery pack. Bear with me. And you'll hear some strange noises, the sounds of activation. Okay, I'm all ready to go, so I'm going to point my wand at this. Okay, did you hear that? That's the sound of activation. As you see, requesting activation for wand 0. If pack not activated, try again, but it was activated because my light's on and it's purple. As you see here, the game time is ticking down from 10 minutes, and it says team score is purple 0. Well, I am the only player, so not much of an interesting game, but it does show you how this works. The game time's ticking down, and if you waited for 10 minutes and at around the 10-second mark, or it would start beeping at me. This won't, but it's actually your sensor pack that will start beeping at you, let you know the time is short, and then when everything's done, then it would go to the in-game screen, show what, you know, high team scores and then individual scores and all of that stuff. And this will let you know when you report the hits. You know, like if you gain a level or whatever, it'll let you know that, and it'll let you know who hit who. In fact, let's get another dummy pack in here quickly. I'll just use the breadboard one since that's the other one I have handy right now. So, okay, the breadboard's not lined up, so let's get this sensor lined up. Uh-oh, we can't do that because we never linked up this one. Uh-oh. So yeah, let's start this whole game over and show it from the beginning. Okay, so view links. Okay, so Melt is connected to Wand ID 0, and then the breadboard I believe is Wand ID 1. So that's Roxy. So let's set Melt up to be purple again, and then let's set Roxy. I don't know what color do you want to be, Roxy?
How about blue?
Blue? Okay, blue sounds good. That's my wife. You hear this voice, but you don't see a face. She's Roxy. She likes that name. Okay, so now let's view our team. So we have purple is Melt and blue is Roxy. Okay, now we're good to go. Okay, so let's go to new game. And do you want to pick up the breadboard and you can be the breadboard team? Just go ahead and aim it at that and make sure that this sensor is able to see, because it's the wrong way. You have to turn the sensor around to where it can be seen this way. Here, hold it like this. There you go. Okay, now point it there and try again. There you go. Now she's activated. Now I'm going to activate. Oh, I need to plug my battery back in. That would be helpful. And now we're both activated. Okay, so we're both activated now. So as you see, it says purple and blue up there. So go ahead and shoot me, Roxy. Okay, she shot me, so my light went out, and now I'm going to shoot this, and you'll see the response up there. As you see, it just popped up and said Roxy hit Melt for 100 points, and then it popped up 100 points on the blue team. Now I'm going to shoot her. Alright, you're out, so go ahead and click for reactivation. Try again. Did you reactivate? It's because this sensor is it's on a breadboard. It's not as good as the other one, so you have to line it up really good. Try again. There you go. And when it's on the actual battery pack, it's a lot better. So Melt hit Roxy for 100 points. So, and then one more time, Roxy, go ahead and hit me. See, it goes out, and then mine reactivates easy because it's on a belt that's right at the same height. So as you see, Roxy hit Melt, Melt hit Roxy, Roxy hit Melt, and then blue has 200 points, purple has 100 points. Because it's 100 points per hit per level of character that you hit. It's confusing, but it automatically keeps everything for you, so you don't have to remember. And if we wanted to sit here and wait for another 8.5 minutes, it would tick down and show all that. But we're not going to do that. So that should give you a really good idea of the functionality of this thing. So going from there.